Alright, horror fans, today we came up with a brand new wave of terrifying films that are guaranteed to keep you on the edge of your seat. Forget the recycled jump scares. Today, we're diving into the top 10 fresh horror movies of 2024 that are redefining the genre. These films are doing something different, whether it's through mind-bending plots, intense visuals, or unforgettable chills, they're shaking up what you think horror can be. So, grab some popcorn, dim the lights, and let's get into the most spine-tingling movies you need to watch this year. We've made our list based on IMDb ratings, presenting the films in order from the lowest rated to the highest rated. Before we start, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your engagement helps us to grow this channel. And now, let's start the show. The Exorcism is a 2024 American supernatural horror film starring Russell Crowe as Anthony Miller. The Georgetown Project follows aging actor Anthony Miller, who struggles with alcoholism and traumatic memories of abuse, while starring in a supernatural horror film directed by Peter. As Anthony's behavior becomes more erratic, his daughter Lee grows concerned for his mental health. Together with Blake, a TV actress, and Father Connor, a priest, Lee tries to confront the increasingly frightening events surrounding the film and her father. The story delves into themes of possession, trauma, and redemption, as the lines between reality and supernatural forces blur.
Have you forgotten what kind of movie we're making?
Set. Action.
Tony.
No.
The Deliverance is a 2024 American supernatural horror film directed by Lee Daniels. In this story, Ebony Jackson, a mother of 3, is struggling to hold her family together while dealing with financial strain, her criminal past, and alcoholism. Moving into a new home with her children and ailing mother, Alberta, Ebony tries to provide stability, but strange events begin to unfold. Her youngest son, Dre, starts communicating with an unseen entity named Trey, while her other children, Shantae and Nate, exhibit disturbing behaviors. In a Violent Nature is a 2024 Canadian slasher film written and directed by Chris Nash. A group of friends stumbles upon a mysterious locket at the remains of an old fire tower, unaware that it belongs to the vengeful spirit of Johnny, a developmentally delayed boy who died tragically decades earlier. Johnny, now reanimated, seeks his lost locket, setting off a brutal series of murders in the nearby woods. The events depicted are largely observed from the killer's perspective.
What the
Immaculate is a 2024 American horror film directed by Michael Mohan and written by Andrew Lobel. It stars Sydney Sweeney, who also a producer. The plot revolves around Sister Cecilia, a young nun who joins a mysterious convent in Italy, tending to dying nuns. Cecilia has a deep religious connection, believing she was saved by God for a special purpose after a near-death experience. However, as she settles into the convent, she begins experiencing eerie events, including nightmares and strange occurrences involving other nuns. After miraculously becoming pregnant despite being a virgin, the convent begins to treat her as a divine figure. But Cecilia soon uncovers dark, disturbing secrets about the convent, leading her into a dangerous battle for survival.
You are with child.
Out of all the women in the world,
Suffering. Is love. Suffering. Suffering.
I Saw the TV Glow is a 2024 American psychological horror drama film written and directed by Jane Schoenbrunn. The story centers around Owen, who forms a strong bond with his friend Maddie over their shared love for a TV show called The Pink Opaque, a series that blends teenage drama with supernatural elements. Over the years, as life becomes difficult, especially for Maddie, who runs away from her abusive home, The Pink Opaque takes on deeper significance for them, becoming almost a surreal escape from reality. When Maddie reappears after disappearing for years, she claims to have lived inside the world of the show, pushing Owen to join her in this otherworldly experience. The story unfolds as Owen struggles to distinguish between reality and the world of the show, leading to increasingly disturbing revelations about his life, his mental state, and the lasting effects of his childhood experiences.
I know this might sound crazy. Do you remember a TV show we used to watch together?
The Pink Opaque?
Yeah. Sometimes the Pink Opaque feels more real than real life. I like girls, you know that, right? What about you? Do you like girls?
I like TV shows.
What if I really was someone else?
Cuckoo is a 2024 horror film written and directed by Tillman Singer and starring Hunter Schafer. It follows Gretchen, a grieving teenager who moves with her family to a resort in the Bavarian Alps after the death of her mother. As strange occurrences unfold, guests vomiting, eerie screeches triggering seizures, and the appearance of a mysterious hooded woman, Gretchen becomes entangled in a disturbing mystery. Along with a detective, she uncovers that the hooded woman is part of a near-human species that parasitically implants its young and human families, including Gretchen's mute half-sister Alma. As the truth about her family and the resort's experiments unravels, Gretchen must confront the sinister forces at play, protect her sister, and survive a deadly struggle for control.
Mom, I really want to go home. It's getting bad.
I want you to lock the doors and wait for me. I will come pick you up right now.
I think I'm crazy.
Maxxxine is a 2024 American horror film, written, directed, produced, and edited by T. West. It is the third installment in West's X film series following X and Pearl, serving as a direct sequel to the former. Mia Goth reprises her X role as Maxxxine Minx. This movie follows Maxxxine Minx, an adult film star in 1985 Los Angeles, who lands the lead role in a mainstream horror movie, The Puritan 2, despite her controversial past. Set against the backdrop of the Night Stalker murders, Maxxxine is dragged into a violent and twisted series of events involving murder, religious fanaticism, and blackmail. As people around her, including friends and colleagues, are brutally killed, Maxxxine discovers that her estranged father, a televangelist named Ernest Miller, is behind the killings, filming them as part of a snuff film to condemn Hollywood's corrupting influence. Maxxxine must navigate between her burgeoning career, the dangerous actions of her father and his religious cult, and the mounting pressure from law enforcement. With both her life and career on the line, she ultimately faces her father in a deadly confrontation, choosing her future as an actress over any redemption he seeks.
I don't like walking out here with that frickin' Night Stalker guy on the loose.
The Night Stalker.
Night Stalker.
Terrorizing Los Angeles.
Maxxxine.
Maxxxine. You're a fucking movie star.
The First Omen is a 2024 American supernatural horror film directed by Arkasha Stevenson. The plot revolves around Margaret Dano, an American novitiate who arrives at a Roman orphanage in 1971, where she encounters a sinister conspiracy within the church to bring about the birth of the Antichrist. Strange and horrifying events unfold as Margaret begins to bond with a troubled orphan named Carlita, who has been marked for a demonic purpose. As Margaret uncovers the truth about a satanic plot involving radical elements of the church, she realizes that she herself has been used as a pawn in a ritual to conceive the Antichrist.
You don't have to be afraid. It is his way.
What does any of this have to do with Carlita?
How do you control people who no longer believe?
What's Daria? Who said that?
Abigail is a 2024 American horror comedy film directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett. The story follows Abigail, a young ballet dancer, who is abducted by a group of criminals and taken to a remote mansion as part of a ransom scheme. However, the criminals soon discover that Abigail is not an ordinary victim, but a vampire with a dark history. As they realize the true danger they are in, the group is trapped in the mansion and hunted down by Abigail, who has her own sinister motives. The story delves into themes of betrayal, survival, and the complexities of family loyalty, with the tension escalating as alliances shift and the characters fight to escape their deadly predicament.
You all came highly recommended.
I'm here to make sure you're safe.
What's your name? Mine's Abigail.
See you in 24 hours.
If you behave and do as we say, I pinky promise you, it'll all be over soon.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is that thing?
Whoa! She's fucking flying!
Longlegs. Longlegs is a 2024 American horror thriller film written and directed by Osgood Perkins. Set in 1990, FBI agent Lee Harker is put on a case involving a decades-old serial killer called Longlegs. His modus operandi is having the fathers of each victimized family carry out the murders before committing suicide, and Lee suggests to her boss, Agent Carter, that Longlegs has an accomplice. Lee forgot that she encountered Longlegs as a child with her mother, Ruth. She finds a snapshot among her old belongings, which identifies Longlegs and is used to help locate and capture him.
Is it scary being a lady FBI agent?
Yeah. With 7 heads and 10 horns.
My dad is there.